G.L.A.M.s. It's your host again, Natanya, with the Glam Life. Well, I'll be providing complete beauty tips, techniques, and testimonials to reveal the glam in you. If you are new to this channel, please click that red subscribe button below. And once again, thank you to all my returning viewers, subscribers, as well as followers. Back here with another hair talk through while I get unready for the evening. And this evening's talk through is going to be about ways to prevent breakage of the natural hair. So without further ado, please stay tuned. Dealing with natural hair can be frustrating at times. Number one is it can be dry. It tangles real easily, which can lead to breakage. So this video is just going to be giving you some tips on how to deal with natural hair to make it more manageable, which will create better lymph retention and to overall decrease the frustrations that come with dealing with natural hair. Now, working with natural hair, like I already stated, is going to be very frustrating. But one of the ways to help prevent breakage and to help deal with it more easily is to not try to manipulate the hair while it is dry. Now, if you have been following me for quite some time, I happen to deal with my hair a lot of the times when it's dry. Like, for example, I'm getting unready and my hair is dry now. So I make sure that I'm extra gentle and I'm extra careful when my hair is dry. One of the reasons why you want to deal with your hair while it is wet is because the root is actually becomes weaker and it makes your hair more susceptible to breakage. I'm kind of looking off in the camera as well as the mirror and also at my notes to make sure I do not miss a point. So if you have to deal with dry hair, be extra gentle. I deal with dry hair all the time, but as you all are able to see, I'm able to retain the length because a lot of the patience and the time that I have to allot to make sure that it does not break. Tip number 2. Do not use hair dryers continuously at high temps. High temps make the hair become dry and brittle, which can cause breakage. If you have to use heat, use a lower temp and let your hair be damp and not soaking wet. I don't hardly use heat on my hair. It is very rare when I actually do use the heat. Only time I really use it being now that we are actually in the fall months and we're coming up on the winter months. We may have some cold mornings, or I may do my hair at night and I don't want to go to bed with a wet head. That is the only time I apply heat on my hair. So again, this leads back to you making sure that you have that allotted time to make sure that your hair is fully dry before stepping out to do any personal matters or just to go out to work or whatever. You want to make sure that that hair is completely dry, but allot the time for it to dry so you don't have to end up using unnecessary heat on your hair. Now, if you have to, use it at lower temp settings and make sure your hair is not soaking wet. So when you get out of the shower, you finish washing your hair, get a t-shirt. You've all seen me in my tutorials where I have a t-shirt where I blot the hair dry with the t-shirt to get out the excess water, and then I deal with my hair from that particular point. Tip number 3. Please do not change hairstyles continuously. I get questions on my channel sometimes, why do I wear the same hairstyles over and over and over again? The reason being is because I want to prevent my hair from breaking. I know my hair being changed from curly to straight to braids to twists to ponytails, that's just over manipulation of your hair. And if your hair is being pulled or is being braided or even twisted for too long in a certain direction, or it may cause that tension on the hair shaft, causing it to break, or in worst case scenario, you may develop traction alopecia. I know sometimes working with protective styles, they may be a whole lot easier versus dealing with the natural hair on every day, but just think about the damage that you may be causing to your hair in the long run. Short-term gratitude does not equal long-term results in some cases. You just have to pack that patience and a lot of extended amount of time to prevent the breakage of your hair. Number 4, consider using hair accessories that do not break the hair. If you also have been following me for quite some time, you all may notice I don't use a whole lot of hair accessories on my hair. I don't use rubber bands. I don't use a lot of hair clips. I may use headbands or bobby pins. The reason being, with the headband, it has to be a certain type of elastic headband with very loose elastic where it's not like a tight hold. And if I use a bobby pin, it has to be the kind that when I make sure the ends are not sharp to where it can dig into my scalp or also get caught on down my hair shaft, which can cause knots and breakage. Like I said, rubber bands, they can actually break the hair off if used improperly. So you want to make sure that you are careful with that. If you have to use a rubber band, pack the patience. If you have to use an accessory, make sure that the accessory is lined. They do have hair clips that are out there that have the satin on them, which makes it easy for the hair to make it more manageable. So try researching or looking on the market for some of those to make dealing with the natural hair a whole lot easier. Another reason why you might be experiencing breakage of your natural hair is because of the lack of protein. Now you want to be careful with this because, again, too much of a good thing can be bad. So make sure you are not protein sensitive. If you are, this tip may not apply for you, but if you realize that your hair is breaking, it may be weak and it may be time for a much needed protein treatment. Protein treatments pretty much boost the collagen and the keratin and the strength of the hair shaft, making it easier to manage and making the hair more healthier, which reduces the breakage and also helps retain the length. Hair mainly breaks from the ends. This is the oldest part of your hair glands. So you want to make sure that really from the middle of the hair shaft on down is protected, because that's most of the time where the breakage takes place. If your hair is breaking all the way from the root or whatnot, that's pretty much an indicator right there that you need to do some type of treatment to save the tresses. The next tip is over manipulating the hair, such as combing or brushing. Again, you all see me manipulating my hair. Anytime you put your hands in your hair is manipulation. But I do not use brushes. I do not use combs. The reason being, a comb or a brush, you pretty much cannot feel when there's a tangle or a knot in your hair. So that's one of the reasons why I use my fingers. And then also too, if you do too much of a good thing, can be bad. And natural hair, being that it's in a coily state, is going to be more drier, more delicate, which can in turn be prone to breakage. Overcombing your hair continuously causes stress to it. Again, remember, this is the oldest part of your hair, that called the hair shaft. So you want to make sure that you are preventing the breakage by taking care of it. It's okay for you to run your fingers through your hair like I'm doing now. I pretty much do this method pretty much every night because this method has worked tried and true for me. I'm able to go in, get out knots, get out tangles, and my hair, as you all see, look at the length. I'm actually now not cutting in my hair. Another thing is also tight braids. I covered this point before, but I made it a tip because I cannot stress this enough. Too much tension on the hair, whether it be with braids or twists, can cause the hair to break. A lot of us get the braids and the twists to save time, but again, the time that you're saving may cause you the much undue stress and pain later because of hair loss and breakage due to the braids being too tight. My hair is too soft where it cannot tolerate the braids. I have to always keep my hair in this, pretty much in this state, in this style right here, because that's what works best for me. Now, braids work for you. This tip you may not want to follow, but if you are wearing the braids, you are wearing the twist, and you are having problems with retaining length, you're noticing some breakage, you're noticing that you may be getting some bald spots, mainly on your edges or whatnot, it may be that it's too tight and your hair just cannot tolerate it. So consider that if you are experiencing hair breakage. Another tip, not trimming the hair can also cause hair breakage. Again, this is the oldest part of the hair. So being that this is the oldest part of the hair, this is going to be also the most damaged part of the hair. So if you see that your ends are frayed and they're kind of straggly, you're in for a much needed trim. You want to cut away all those straggly ends and those frays, because only thing they're going to do is just cause the hair to split even more make it more weaker, make it more susceptible to the hair for the hair to break. So just get rid of it altogether. I would suggest trimming your hair every 6 to 8 weeks. I've gone as much as up to 12 weeks without trimming mine. Anytime I see where I am twisting my hair or I am conditioning my hair and I notice at the ends that they're not smooth, they're getting like the little flyaways or whatever, that's an indicator right there that I need to chop those old ends off, kind of like a tree in the fall. The tree sheds all its leaves to get ready for the new ones that are going to come in the spring. Same thing with your hair. Get rid of those old ends so you can be able to see the length that you're so desiring for your natural hair. So this is pretty much all the tips that I have covered for this video. I hope this helps. Dealing with natural hair can be a struggle, but I'm here to pretty much make this journey now a little bit more easier. I pray that this helps. Again, if you are new to this channel, please do not rob yourself. Please click that red subscribe button below. And until next time, Glams, be blessed and be glamorous.